Hi, it's Ray Evans. And we're talking with Heather today over at John Thompson's agency. And we kind of have a little bit of a tough subject today because it's, of course, homeowners insurance is a little bit of a fog in terms of what all that is. John's done a great job of kind of pulling that down and opening us up to what truth is. But when we're talking about the topic today and it's flood insurance, I think it's like, oh my gosh, I live on a hill. I don't need flood insurance, or I'm on the lake and FEMA doesn't have it. And by the way, on the mortgage side, FEMA draws the maps and they tell us on the mortgage side who has to have homeowners insurance, flood insurance, and who doesn't, and what the rating there is. And then it kind of comes over to these guys to quote y'all to get you a competitive rate. And flood insurance is pretty expensive, isn't it?
No, it's not. Actually,
well, that's a misconception on my part.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, tell me about flood insurance. And by the way, before you chase that rabbit, we're not talking about like a bursted pipe or something like that in the house, which has happened to me.
It's a natural disaster.
Okay, so we're talking about water coming in from outside into the house.
Lakes, rivers, streams, sometimes hurricanes even.
Well, take us away. Tell me about it.
So what flood insurance is a separate policy from your homeowner's policy. And what it does is it helps you recoup any of your losses that could come from a flood that comes into your neighborhood. We had an instance where Sweetwater Creek had flooded an entire neighborhood in what they call a 100-year flood. And there are a lot of people that are still paying money on mortgages and the houses are condemned. They can't rebuild. And so they're still having to pay for this mortgage. And so the flood insurance just helps protect you from that and gives you a chance to rebuild and more than likely somewhere else.
Well, Heather, let me ask you that. If you're talking about you've got homeowners insurance and then you've got flood insurance on top of it. Okay, so for me as a consumer, I want to limit my exposure as much as possible, but I don't want to overinsure. Is flood insurance, if you're outside the flood map saying, oh, you're in a 100-year flood zone, you don't have to deal with it then? Or are you saying, well, there's a hurricane or a tornado or something coming in, that's flood insurance. My homeowner's insurance won't help me then?
Well, during a tornado, your homeowner's insurance will help you cover. But if it were a natural disaster, such as, a hurricane or flooding from creeks and streams, no, your homeowners will not cover you. So you do need that separate backup.
So if I buy on a hill, I'm pretty safe. But if I buy down, down on level ground or down where the map says I need to, we're in your hands and roll. But you're saying it's pretty affordable. It's not as expensive as what I thought.
It's absolutely very affordable. And FEMA determines the rates. So.
And that's a federal organization. What does FEMA stand for? Do you know right off?
Federal Emergency Management Association.
Okay. Well, there's just maps we look at, tells us what to do. And when the appraiser looks, they actually double check, make sure, and then that's when these guys get engaged. But anyway, hey, listen, thanks so much, Heather, for being with us today. And we'll continue this whole topic of homeowners insurance as we go forward. But for right now, you have a wonderful day.